Well, Charlie Kirk, a Christian conservative, gunned down. You've heard it, but did you know that Jezebel magazine, they actually had a writer publicly commissioning curses from Etsy witches? If you don't know what an Etsy witch is, I'm going to break that down because you may very well be affected by this. Just stay with me. This is absolutely wild. Just 2 days, 2 days before the trigger was pulled, a transgender identified subject with messages written on the bullets. We're talking about the statues of an angel named Moroni, standing atop temples around the world, how this stuff is all connected together. Listen, underneath it all, there's something going on. And there's this, trying to help you understand this philosophical thread, this spiritual supernatural thread that's much older than even Rome, and it's darker than hell, and it's actually Luciferianism. So this might sound like I'm sensationalizing this for clicks, but I promise you, as a lead pastor of a multi-site national church here in America, I've been studying these things for many, many years. And we're going to look at the ancient doctrine of self-deification and rebellion against God and how it's infiltrating our culture. And I'm going to begin to break these things down and dissect them for you. So as you can see on the screen, there is a witch that is basically breaking down this Etsy witch situation. And for those of you who don't understand, I just want to break it down. Make sure you stay with me through this entire broadcast, though, because I'm going to be unlocking this in layers. But on September 8th, 2025, this is so important that you understand this. There's a magazine called Jezebel Magazine. How crazy is that name? And they published an article titled, "We Paid Some Etsy Witches to Curse Charlie Kirk." So again, this is before he was assassinated. So in it, the author basically describes, and kind of like half jokingly, half seriously, but we know that all of it's serious in the spiritual realm. Oh, we just, hired these online occultists to cast spells against Charlie Kirk. And basically this is what the curses included. Now, when I read this, it's going to enrage you. As a matter of fact, like if you want to join the fight with me, hit the thumbs up right now, because every single time you hit the thumbs up, it sends videos like this into more people's feeds. But these are the curses that were being done by witches. And this is in the article from Jezebel Magazine. Make everybody hate him curses. SH your pants spell. And the powerful hex spell for enemies. So those are three of the spells or the hexes that were leveled against him, that were put against Charlie Kirk just days before he was assassinated. Now, the tone of this was satirical. The tone of this was tongue-in-cheek and lighthearted and joking. But how many of you know that the devil masquerades as an angel of light, but behind that mask is something insidious and evil? Come on, can I get a fire emoji in the chat right now if you're ready to shine your light and expose the darkness? Because these witches, and like I think even this video here, it's like they're wearing the hats and, oh, this is a costume, and it's really not real. The reality is Satan is always going to present himself in a form that is most acceptable. And I'm just telling you, I have an 18-year-old daughter, okay? And she was just telling me that the other day that even before this happened, there was a post that went viral on TikTok where somebody's like, oh, it's raining outside, so I hired an Etsy witch to stop the rain so I can do my plans for the day. And witchcraft is being normalized. People believe in this. They're empowering it. They're paying for it financially. And it played a very big part in this Charlie Kirk situation. How do I know that? Because the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, they're not physical, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. So what does that mean? It means that we have spiritual power as Christians. So Satan counterfeits that with demonic power, and he sends his demons, these minions that go out into the earth to carry out his purposes and plans. And witches are involved in summoning demons, summoning spirits, and causing these things to happen. So why do I say all this? Because the Bible says that Satan is like this lion that's prowling around seeking whom he may devour. And the Bible also says that he comes to kill, steal, and destroy. So this is very, very important for you to understand that this is not just tongue in cheek. It's not just satire. It's not just, oh, we're having fun with this. Like, these witches are real, but they have to present these magazine articles in such a way that's lighthearted so that you don't understand the murderous tones behind it, because the ultimate goal of the enemy, the devil, is to kill. And so let's go a little bit deeper. Okay, are y'all with me? As a matter of fact, drop a comment and let me know where you're watching from right now, because revival is breaking out all across America. As a matter of fact, October 25th at the Now Arena in Chicago, thousands of people are joining me, and I want to see you there as well. The pinned comment is where you can still get a seat while they remain, because Satan has an army that's rising up, but we have an army that's rising up to break every chain. So now here's the thing. How many of you know that the devil is a deceiver? Okay. So this Jezebel article was swiftly edited. They made haste to get this thing edited, and this editorial note appeared on it distancing the site from the violence. And so basically quotes were removed, the curses vanished, but the timing was unmistakable. So even though they edited this article, I'm telling you what was actually in this article. Like, and you can go back and you can look on the internet and you can find, the before they edited it. But think about this now, okay? Follow me. What was being said in this article that they were so afraid of being out there publicly after this assassination that they had to immediately edit the article? Like, if you believe in what you're saying, if you believe in what you're doing, why edit the article, right? So here's the thing. The spiritual message was loud and clear. They were against Charlie Kirk. They were doing witchcraft against him. They were literally, think about this, casting spells and doing hexes. And there was a major article in a magazine called Jezebel. If you know anything about Jezebel, the book of Revelation actually refers to Jezebel as a spirit. And then in the Old Testament, you have Elijah the prophet dealing with a physical Jezebel, who, by the way, commissioned the murder of someone named Naboth, and then was hunting after Elijah to murder him as well. So Jezebel is always connected to murder. And you have Jezebel magazine talking about these Etsy witches who are commissioning spells for murder. So the enemy is just playing the same playbook. These are ancient demons and new days that have rebranded themselves, and they try to make it look like satire and like a joke, but we know it's not a joke. If you're a part of the end times army right now, I want you to tap the share button on this video and share this with some of your friends, and let's expose darkness. If you're like, man, what can I do in this time? Help me expose darkness, okay? Help me get the word out. Now, I want to show you